Hey guys, B Twice here. Today's Thursday, June 10th. I had a subscriber ask to see PENN National Gaming, so I figured I would give it a shot real quick and kind of go over a little bit more detail about exactly what I am seeing. So the entire first wave move up, basically since they IPO'd or something in 2019, I'm calling this the wave one. So this entire wave one structure, I'm showing that it's bottom around the 50%. It could go as low as the 61.8. That's generally where they go, but I am seeing a zigzag down, and I'm going to zoom in and go over more detail here in a minute um, about why I do think that there's a good chance it has bottomed, or if it hasn't, that it probably won't go lower than 65. So I'm going to zoom in, so let's go over this. All right, so I tried to zoom in as best as I could, so hopefully and I tried to make some things bold, and I'll go over it in a little bit more detail with everybody, so hopefully you guys will understand and be able to follow. So basically what I'm seeing is a very common zigzag structure. What that means is you have a 5-wave impulse down from a high, followed by a 3-wave move up to so you go 5 waves down for an a 3-wave move up for a B, and then 5-wave move down for a C. So let's go over a little bit more detail. So what I'm seeing from the top is a pop down for 1, you go up to here for a 2, and then you're going to see a 5-wave impulse for your wave 3. So I put these labels here. I don't always do it, but I put them here so that if anybody's trying to actually see what I'm doing, they can get the count. So then you have another 1 followed by a 2, come down for a 3, go up for a 4, come down for a 5. So now that we've hit a 5, that means we're in our orange wave 3. We pop up for our orange wave 4, we go down for our orange wave 5. That gives us our A in our zigzag structure. Now I'll show you the B and I'll show you the C, and then I'll explain why I think that it's a relatively decent chance that it could be bottom. So we popped up for an A, we pull back for a B, we go for a C. Generally, you have a 3-wave move to separate the two zigzags, so we check that box. So here's our B. Now I'm seeing another 5-wave move down. It looks pretty clear to me, and that's what makes me think that we have a pretty good shot that we could have bottomed, unless the market goes into another correction or there's some negative news surrounding this underlying stock. So what I'm seeing is a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. So here's another one of the cases where I could have gone and showed you the 5 waves in between wave 2 and 3. I just did in this part because I did it for right here, just so you guys understand. So we came down for 5. Once we bottom for a 5, I'm calling that a C. So if you want to actually find your price target for your C, it's usually around the 100% extension. So to figure out your 100% extension, you actually grab your extension gadget, go to the top of the peak of wave 1, come down for A, go up to B, and bang, that's what you have. So I'll delete one of them. All right, so somewhere in this range, we're going to bottom for 2. If we haven't bottomed at the 50% retracement of wave 1, then I would think that the max that we're going to go down before we catch some good support is going to be the 65 range. So now let's zoom into possibly what we could be seeing here. So hopefully you guys can see this. All right, so now let's assume that what we found here is bottom. Now we do want to be careful because since we didn't go all the way down to this 100% extension or the 61.8, because we didn't get to that level, we could still go lower, so we want to be mindful of that. So we popped up for a clear one, we pulled back. So let's see what the retracement is on this guy here, just to see where it came down to. Okay. So wave ones, just like I just explained before, they generally go to the 61.8. So if you can see this, from the bottom of wave one to the top of wave one, you do retracement, and then you look to see where it landed, 61.8. That's a pretty good sign. So we went up for a 1, we pulled back for our 2. So I'm calling this white wave 1, we pulled back for a 2. So now this is generally where we'd see our wave 3 and our wave 3 price target. And how we get that is we do an extension. Wave 3 is usually the extended wave. So usually we're going to get to the 161.8. Now sometimes you'll fall short and you can see a 5-wave advance that fails at the 100% and then turns backwards. So if we want to actually do the same thing, we do the extension tool, and I'll delete this just so you can see it happen. Go from the bottom to the top, pulled down to where 2 ended. Bang. So this is where I'm getting my price target of $92.43 for wave 3. Now we kind of seem like we're lagging a little bit, and it does look like we've almost touched the 100% and then we've pulled back. It looks like we've done it twice. So bulls really need to take this level. If we get above $86 on the stock, I think it's a good gamble that we're going to 92, but we need to break this 86 line. So now I've actually drawn a line right here. So this line at 77, if we go back beneath this, because what I'm seeing is we went up for a 1, we pulled back for a 2. I'm looking at this structure as a 5-wave move up for another 1, pulling back for a 2, because you're going to have a 5-wave move for your wave 3. So I see a 1, a 2. So now I'm saying this is the bottom of my second wave 2. So if I go below this $77.50 or whatever it is right here, if I go below this, then this means this count that I have right here is invalid. If this is invalid, there's a relatively good shot that we're going to break the 76 as well. So if I was trading this stock, I'd probably use my stop loss somewhere right around here, or I would make sure I would not hold it any longer than 73, because if you break where wave 1 started, then this wave count is definitely invalid and you're likely to go much lower. So um, if you were to use a stop loss here at 73, then and you were to go down to 64, obviously you'd be saving yourself $9 versus if you did it here, you're saving yourself 13. So with that being said, if I was trading this stock right now, I would be using 77.50 or so as a stop loss, just because it does look like it's lagging to get up here. But ultimately, it is still in an uptrend since right around May 13th. So this price target still does stand as long as it's above the 77 line. So, all right, guys, if you like these videos, go ahead and like and subscribe.